good, YouTube? It's your boy Dev, back again for another first listen to my nigga Please Ain't. And today we're gonna take a listen. Damn, I fucked up. We're not gonna take a listen to anything. Today is my top albums of 2016. I know I'm a little late, but you know, better late than never. You know, I should just give my list, and you know, I think I'm gonna just do this every year. I'm gonna wait like 3 weeks, cause I still listen to a couple more albums in 2016 to catch up and whatnot. And leading on to 2017 year, you know, I did a little catching up, and there are some albums that took a couple more listens than others to get used to, and I kind of grew on me, and I was looking at them like, you know what, let me not just put my list out a week before 2016 ends. Let me just wait until, you know, we're in further 2017. So with my list here, I got, and you know, before we get started here, look, let me just say this right here. This is, I won't even say this is a top album for me. This is just like my albums, my favorite albums to me. Because everybody listens is gonna be different. Y'all listen to other shit, I listen to other shit, I prefer other shit, y'all prefer other shit. So we all not gonna be the same. This is just here for my opinions of what it, and my opinion, that's it. This is my channel, so I'm giving y'all what I fucking feel. You know, we're gonna play a little game too. Take a second, pause the video, go down below, let me know what video, what y'all think my top 15 albums are for the year. That should be fun. Whoever gets it right, I'll give you a shout out or something. But put it down below, 1 to 15 in the comment section below. List from 1 to 15 what y'all think will be my favorite. Alright, so we got 15. I wrote it down too, got on a little pad. I ain't gonna show you. 15 is Views. Now, I can't lie, Drake's Views wasn't that great, but I'm not gonna lie, I bumped it. You know what I'm saying? I probably listened to it, you know, there's some tracks on there. There's probably like 7 tracks on there I still listen to this day. If that's not a fucking classic album to me, then I'm just, you know, lying to myself. You know, I listen to some songs like that, you know, when you draking and driving, I just like the sounds. You know, Drake's always gonna be Drake. He gonna have an influence on music, and it went platinum in the first goddamn week for a reason. You know, it's a decent album. It's not as good as Take Care or fucking Thank Me Later, but it's still a decent album at best. So 15, Drizzy has the 15th spot. 14, Tribe Called Quest. That was my, you know, they made a comeback, and the intricate sounds they gave in that album, I definitely was feeling it. I liked the features they had in there with Kanye, Andre, Busta. It was just an all-around good album. For me, replay value, it didn't have a lot of replay value for me. I mean, I listened to a couple songs, but not really that much replay value for me personally. But there was definitely some tracks like Killing Season I listened to still. But yeah, so really it's just personal preference. I respect it because, you know, they legends in the game. And, you know, it was just a pure hip-hop album. I definitely liked it. One of those albums you just vibe into, you cool into, you know. So, I fucked with that. My 13 top album would be 6 Lakh Free 6 Lakh. Or, you know, like I say, Black Free Black. Now, this was a new artist I listened to towards the end of the year. I know a lot of y'all been on him already, but for me, it was rather new. I haven't listened to anything from him, and when I listened to that Free Black album, man, that debut album was good. It was good, man. It was kind of like Bryson Tiller's Trap Soul, you know what I'm saying, when it first came out. Just a lot of replay value in it, man. I listen to it probably like every other day, man. Like it's one of them soothing albums. Y'all know how I feel about R&B shit like that, like that trap sound. I fucks with it, man. Like, you know, if you got a message in your album, and you know, you got good sounds and good lyrics, just all that, and it's appealing to your ears, it's just gonna get to me. You know, albums like that, he was saying some real stuff in there, you know, kind of slow. I know it probably most of y'all wouldn't like it, but it was a slow album. I fucks with it though. I like the message he was giving, and that Problems, man. Hey, if y'all ain't check it out, go check out that Black Problems, because it's a fucking problem. Alright, my number 12 album was Noname. Now, Telephone. Now, I know I didn't do a review on it, but I definitely listened to it on my own time, and I gotta say that the first time I heard of Noname was when she did a feature with Chance on Lost. She did that feature there, and I was like, damn, this chick is straight. Like, she She got this like raspy kind of flow. I feel like all them up north rappers from like Chicago got that weird vibe to them. They got that flow, distinctive flow. Like you just would know that. Oh, I don't know, man. With the water they drinking up there, and it's funny the water because y'all know Mick Jenkins my dude. But the water they drinking up in Chicago is just something different, man. I don't know, man. It's just a different sound that the like Chance, Mick, you know, Noname. They got that vibe that I feel like, I don't know, like that album was so soulful to me. It was funky. I liked it. It gave me like different perspectives. You know, she was speaking a lot of true shit. And you know, even when she did the feature on Mick Jenkins, like I listened like Comfortable. I think that was called, right? Comfortable? Was it Comfortable? Yeah, on the Waters. And man, like she just got a flow, man. She can rap. She could definitely rap. She's definitely one of the most underrated albums of the year. Nobody probably gave it any praise. I'm mad that I didn't do a review on it, but her next album I will do a review on it. But yeah, Noname Telephone, man. If you haven't taken a listen to it, go take a listen to it, because if you like soul rap, man, go take a listen to Noname Telephone, because it was bueno. All right, my number 11. Now, this how I know it's just all opinionated, because to y'all probably not gonna like this, but to me, this was to me, like, I still listen to this shit. Skizzy Mars, Alone Together. Now, me, I'm a big Skizzy fan. I liked it. The album came out. Now, he had a couple tracks that have been out for a while with Alcoholics and what's that? I'm Ready, the one we did with Oliver the Kid, I think it was. But Skizzy just has this flow, this weird aura around him that it just makes him an artist that I look out for. Like, I relate to a lot of things he's speaking on. It's kind of like when Cudi first came on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he just got this different persona that he's bringing to the game right now. And, you know, him being he's not that big yet, obviously. You know, definitely, I wouldn't say he's underground, but he's definitely not well known to the masses. You know, he has a good following, but definitely I support Skizzy Mars. That was a good album, Alone Together. You know, his debut album, I fucking appreciate it for what it was. It brought a lot of different sounds, and it was wavy. You know, it was wavy. It was a fucking wavy album. So go check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so the number 10 album would be The Life of Pablo. Now, everybody had mixed feelings towards The Life of Pablo. Me being one of them, having mixed feelings. I don't know. At first I didn't know if I liked it or I didn't. When Ultralight Beam first came on, I was like, okay, this is something different. Sounds like some gospel church sound. You know, Kanye was changing up. And then, you know, he had, you know, Designer came first on the scene, making Designer famous. And then, you know, him involving Cudi in the album as well showed that their relationships kind of rekindled. He just had a lot of it. It was the birth of Chance the Rapper. Not saying like, you know, because I fought with Chance on acid rap, but it was just like more of like Chance being on the mass, you know what I'm saying? Like this was Chance, because Chance 3 came out and it sounded like it had an Ultralight Beam influence in it. If y'all know what I'm saying, y'all know what I'm saying. Like, it just sounded like Chance, it gave Chance's opportunity to finally step foot to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like to the top. Like, as Chance is one of the, basically Chance had a good 2016 year. And it opened doors for him in many ways. Y'all can say what y'all want about it. I can say he was already big. Like, no, like him being on The Life of Pablo did some things for him. And shockingly too, like my favorite track on the album was Fade. I liked Fade before the Tiana Taylor song. Like, y'all go watch the video. Fade was my shit. I felt like Fade was one of the best songs, top 5 best songs on that album. Like, you know, that's one of those songs I fucked with. It just had that upbeat feel, you know, and as you see in the video, yeah, Tiana Taylor did her thing. But yeah, man, Life of Pablo being 10, it definitely grew on me though. At first it was like, you know, one of the weaker albums of Kanye, but as you know, you listen to it more and more and more, and it's just like, okay, this album isn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Number 9 album was Kid Cudi, Passion, Pain, and Demon Slang. Like, okay, so this is another album that at first y'all saw the video, I was like, okay, it had some features on it with Pharrell and Andre, you know, 2 of my favorite artists I grew up on. And then Cudi is another favorite artist I grew up on, you know, back in the day when I used to be a young Chief rocker. But not about that life no more, by the way. But used to do that, and Kid Cudi had a lot of sounds. He stepped away from that Speed and Bullet to Hell shit, He came back to life, basically had a Man on the Moon type of feel. It was definitely an album I appreciated after a couple of listens. At first, you know, it was average, I would say. But listening to it a couple more times, man, that album definitely grew on me, man. Hey, Flight at First Sight Advance is that fucking bump. Like, I fucking bumps that shit. What's another track is on there? I does it now. I does it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucks with that track. Never. So, yeah, Kid Cudi definitely making my top 10. Number 8. Number 8 was Isaiah Rashad, The Sun's Tirade. It was just a beautiful put together album. I say out of all the TDE albums that came out this year or last year, this year, it was just, you know, prolifically sound, well put together, well produced, gave a message. He was talking about a lot of real shit in the album. He brought me back, you know, me growing up, you know, growing up in a poor environment and whatnot. It was just, it was beautiful, man. It spoke to me in many depths, and I understood it from start to finish. Definitely repeated a lot of albums. My favorite song on there, you know, being Silk the Shocker, man. That song was just, it was powerful, man. Like it hit me, it hit my soul, and I fucks with it, man. Like, he just got a lot of hurt and a lot of soul into his raps, man. And he definitely know what he's talking about, man. And he's probably the most underrated of TDE, but it's kind of hard when you got, like, you know, strong hitters with fucking, you know, Schoolboy and Absol and you know, Kendrick, of course. But yeah, man, Sun's Tirade, definitely number 8 for him. Number 7, Danny Brown Atrocity Exhibition. Now, y'all gonna be mad at me, man, because I didn't do a review or reaction to it. But yeah, man, I've been on Danny Brown since the Triple X mixtape, man. I fucks with Danny Brown. Like, at first I didn't like Danny Brown because I thought he was just a weird ass nigga, you know, just talking about some weird shit, you know, flashing his dick to fucking crowds and shit like that. But man, after listening to Danny Brown, man, he's just in a different, he's in a different league, man. Like, Danny Brown is on that new. He was ahead of his time. He kind of had that same vibe, what I felt like at ASAP Ferg. He was just bringing something new to the table, you know what I'm saying? Like, the crazy screams in his rap, but he's not really screaming, you know, he just got that distinctive sound to him. He's just rapping in this weird way, and it sounds good. He's speaking some real shit, and don't let Danny Brown fool you, man. The man has bars, bro. Like, the whole album was just it was just very eccentric. I liked it, man. It was just something different, and I definitely fucked with it. I feel like I wish it was a little bit longer, but you know, it was something. This year I will review a Danny Brown. I will react to a Danny Brown video. I will be there with y'all 100%. I know a lot of y'all was asking for me, and that's why I didn't do it, because I listened to it on my own time. You know, it got a little hectic at the end of 2016, but yeah, man, I listened to it. It was it was well put together, man. It was well produced. I've been on Danny Brown, man. I fucking know about Daniel Brown. I wasn't a fan of old, but yeah, man, just this Atrocity Exhibition definitely brought me back to life with Danny Brown. I fucked with it, man. It just had a lot of unique sounds in it, and you know, the bars from Daniel Brown is just nasty. Like, I just don't understand how he comes up with this shit, but he be fucking doing it. I'm a weird nigga, so you know, support weird niggas all around the world. That's what I fucks with. All right. My top 6 now. This is my top 6. This is how I feel about it. This is my top 6, so don't, like, again, this is my shit. All right, this is how I feel. Let me know what y'all talk, but this is how I feel. Number 6 to me was Blonde. All right, Frank Ocean's debut comeback album. It was, you know, it was a long time coming, and it was beautiful, man. Like, you can say what you want, the way he outlooks on things, the way his sexuality is his sexuality, how he feels about whatever. Who he can like, who he like. Look, I'm here for the music, man, and I feel like that album was beautiful, man. Those first 4 tracks just were enticing. They brought you in, man. It just made you feel like, damn, Frank, welcome back, my dude. Like, you've been going through some stuff. Like, I won't even lie, man. Like, the album got me in my feelings, man. Like, I was definitely sitting there, and I still, well, like I said, the album, like, this is how you know an album's good, but then how you know an album is really good. It's about replay value, man. Like, for me, Blonde, I still listen to Blonde, bro. Like, I listen to at least 1 or 2, 3 songs from Blonde a day, and that is no lie. Like, I listen to it on the daily, just because it's just beautiful, man. It's just one of those laid back albums, man. He's speaking some true shit to you. The sound is it's I don't know, man. Like the sounds just hit me, and I'm just sitting there. I close my eyes, and I just feel like I'm in a different world, man. And it hits me, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got into my feelings a couple times to that album. So, like, this ain't top hip hop albums. This is top albums to me. So that's just how I feel about Blonde. It was amazing to me, and I fucked with it. My number 3 album, Schoolboy Q, Blank Face. Hey, man, Schoolboy Q brought it with this one, man. TDE, it was the year of TDE. They definitely did their thing. I sat there, and you know, when the first time I listened to it, he basically hit every aspect, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was he had like some techno shit. I remember one of the tracks there, and then he had Metro Boomin on the track. He had E40 on the album. It was just a little crazy with all that, man. He was definitely telling the story, telling his story. Basically, just telling his story. He was basically speaking on real shit. It was well produced, man. And I feel like out of all the TDE albums that came out this year, the story was catchy. That's what I feel like. He was telling a story in his songs, and they all fit if you listen to it. He had bangers. He had just a mix of everything, and I feel like that's why I was, you know, I liked it. You know what's crazy about the album? I don't even know the name of the tracks, because I literally just play that shit and I let that shit ride the whole album. Like I just let it ride. I don't even skip anything because I like every track on that album. So even that Vic Mensa track grew on me, and Vic Mensa has actually grown on me. Just to let y'all know. I know a lot of y'all hated me for a little bit. Vic Mensa has actually grown on me. And I've grown up on Vic Mensa, and I fuck with that shit, man. Like he got some talent to him. I was sleeping on that first, but I'm woke now. But Schoolboy Q definitely had a start to finish album, and you know that's how I feel about that. I skipped 4, didn't I? Okay, so we're just gonna do it like that. 3 and 4. So I got Blank Face at 3. I fucked up. I got Blank Face at 3, but my 4, y'all gonna hate me for this one. My number 4 was actually Frank Ocean, Endless. That's number 4 for me. Blank Face is at 3. But 4 is Endless. Now, y'all gonna be like saying like, you really thought Endless was better than Blonde? I honestly think Endless is better than Blonde. Other than the track when he did the Aaliyah cover. At Your Best track, you know, that he did the cover, the Aaliyah cover, because I've already heard that. That's been out for years, man. Other than that though, it was fairly, you know, new. It was a new track from Frank Ocean. It was actually the first album that came out before Blonde. And I liked it, man. Like Comme des Garçons, that was a good track. And like he had another track that, you know, it didn't even give you a track list name, you know, it just gave you the sounds. And that's why I think that it actually got to me, because I literally played that from start to finish, listen to these songs. I don't even know the sounds. When I go to the video, I go to certain the times in the video. That Endless, man, it was really good. Like it was the message he was giving with the video, the visuals. It just gave you visuals. Like this man was literally stacking stairs. Like this nigga was stacking stairs, my dude. And I'm sitting there looking at like, this man is speaking the truth to me. He had a couple songs on there where it had some lyrics where obviously he was speaking about a dude, but like I said, to each their own. If you look at it in your own way, you know what I'm saying? Obviously you're not thinking about no dude, you know what I'm saying? You think about a girl. But it was the message he gave in that little mini album. It was beautiful, man. I fucked with it. I feel like it had better sounds than Blonde. Blonde was more of like that slow album, you know, it got you in your feelings. It was more like soft. But I feel like Endless was more of him, you know, he was actually just, you know, in his own way speaking, you know, it was like poetic justice, you feel me? Like, he had poetic justice in the songs, and it felt like it was just more of, it was a more balanced album than Blonde, if that makes any sense. Like I said, Blonde was that soft R&B, get you in your feels album, and then, you know, Endless was that, it was everything. And I actually let Endless play from start to finish. Actually, I lied. I let Endless play from start to finish except for that last like 3 minutes, because it's just like, what the fuck is this shit? So I fucks with Endless. And my number two, For Your Eyes Only. What else can I say? Why can't you like, you know, For Your Eyes Only by J. Cole? I mean, he definitely brought the heat. He gave you every, like, you know, going into the first 4 tracks, like For Whom the Bell Tolls and then Immortal. It's just like he just hit every, in those first 4 tracks, he was very versatile. He did it all. He sang, he rapped, he gave you that soft rap. He was just everything. He was speaking to me, like I said, music is what you can relate to. J. Cole was speaking to me on another level. And then that me interpreting the way I interpreted when I first listened to it, I thought that it was, you know, about his life story. But then it was about his homie's life story, his best friend that died, you know, life story, you know, looking through his eyes and his daughter. But then it's crazy because J. Cole was also speaking from his own perspective because, you know, he got a kid on the way and whatnot. And it sounded like he just made it sound like it was in both of their perspectives. So I've definitely appreciated what the album brought, man. He definitely, like I said, it sounded good. It was definitely conscious rap, and he had a message in it, man. Like, and it was well produced. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even using like these were real instruments he was using in his album, like in the fucking tracks. Like, that's something you gotta appreciate, man. He's actually taking the time. The production was well produced, it was well put together, and you gotta appreciate that, man. The work he's putting in, the work ethic he's putting in the albums, man. That it just sounds good, and that when you put the work into it, it's gonna sound good instead of just putting some blah 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 shit together. You feel me? So I appreciate J. Cole for what it is, like the conscious rap at the same time making it sound good. I fucked with it. And my number one, what y'all think the number one gonna be? My number one album of 2016 that I listened to was Anderson .Paak, Malibu. Now this nigga here, man, like when I first listened to him on, it's crazy because I didn't even listen to Malibu when it first came out. I won't lie to y'all. I listened to the XXL freestyle, and y'all told me he wasn't a singer. So he came out and with the XXL freestyle, I think he didn't fit there, but he did what he did. He's not a rapper, so he did his little freestyle there. So I listened to Malibu, man, and let me tell y'all, man, Malibu was fucking amazing. Like the sounds from Malibu that came out, like Anderson .Paak got some talent, bro. Like this motherfucker here got some talent. Like it was just like, I didn't know what he was doing at first. Like he was rapping. He kind of sounded, like I said, he sounded like CeeLo Green. And he got like little Andre 3000 mixed in. Like I like that, man. Like it was a different sound for me. Kind of like a funky, jazzy sound mixed with rap. And then he also got some vocals on him too, man. Like from start to finish, man, it was just a flawless album, man. You know, like listening to it again, it was just flawless, man. Like I definitely appreciate it way more than the first time I listened to it, man. It was beautiful. It just had all the right things in the album, and I felt like he put a statement on me in 2016, man. I felt like Anderson .Paak to me was just like, damn, like, yo, my dude, you are the perfect overall artist. You are talented. You weird as fuck, and you just talented, bro. Like I fucks with him, Anderson .Paak. I don't understand why. How could you hate that man? Like, how could you hate his vibe? How could you hate what he was speaking in the album? Like it just spoke to me in many ways. And I mean, like I said, man, multi-talent. Nowadays, you just can't rap. Like if you're gonna be super successful, you gotta be versatile, man. You gotta be able to do it all, and you gotta be able to do different shit. Like you gotta be able to, like, you know, not talking for the mumble raps, but it's just like, damn, this nigga Anderson .Paak, man, like Anderson fucking .Paak. That's all I gotta say about that. Malibu was my number one album, and that's just how I feel. So, I do got a couple honorable mentions, but I mean, I'll probably say that for another time. But y'all know my top 15 albums. Let me know what's y'all top 15 albums in the comment section below, and let me know how y'all feel about my top 15. I want to know y'all opinions, and I want to see who actually got it right. You know, seeing my top 15 albums of 2016 year. So. Hey, like always, thank y'all for supporting, thank y'all for watching, and if y'all like the video and like it, don't forget to share it, and yeah, let's make it a good 2017. Until the next time, we out.